Hello, today I will show you my new project, Hello K3S. And this is the project that shows how you can develop applications with local Kubernetes, local Docker registry. The goal of this sample project is to show how you can speed up your development cycle, how to test your Kubernetes deployments, your Docker images in this Kubernetes deployment in the Kubernetes environment. So I will show you the integration tests. Go to the GitHub to my repository Hello K3S. You can find it in the link to this video. And what you need to start with that kubectl K3D, which is a wrapper and Docker wrapper around K3S cluster. This is one command to install that. You need also Node.js to execute the tests. And of course, you need Docker configure with at least 4 GB RAM to start the cluster. So yeah, less will work probably, but yeah, it's it should be more the more the better. So first of all, yeah, clone this repository, change the folder to Hello K3S, and then you can start with create cluster. I will switch to my Visual Studio Code, and you can see that this is the same README I shown you on the GitHub, and I will follow the tutorial together with you. And let me show you what is inside the script, create cluster K3D. And in the meantime, I will execute that script. So first it creates Docker network hello, and then creates local Docker registry from the image Docker registry. And this Docker registry stores the files here in the local folder in your project. This is this folder. It is empty, but there will be the Docker images. And then it creates the cluster using this registry as a mirror for other registries. The cluster started in 15 seconds, so it is good time. And I will just show you how the registry mirror is configured. So this registry's YAMLs has the section mirrors, and we tell K3S that any image that is from Docker.io, GCR.io, and GH, GitHub container registry, QA, and is pointing to the registry localhost. This one we created in this command. Yeah, so this is exactly the one. We started on the port 5000. How does it work? So right now, let's just deploy some application. I prepared some application which is called Hello K3S. It is simple Node.js application, which the image I publish in GitHub container registry. And for this deployment, I have also, it is exposed with the load balancer. And so just let me deploy that simple application, kubectl apply -f hello K3S YAML. And let me check, yeah, the deployment is created, service is created. Let me check if pods are there. Yeah, they are already running. So you see, this is lightning fast. And let me check that application expose API on the API endpoint. And it also hosts simple web page. Let me see how this application is created. So this is not too big application, as you see. It exposes API endpoint, which returns some message. Message is hello world or something that is put in the environment variable. And return platform host name for the environment when it runs. And the web page, which is hosted static as a static content, is in the web folder, and this is the simple HTML file, which actually has few styles and just hello K3S with message pod and node, which is coming from the API I shown you before. Yeah, so this is a simple script that is fetching the API and setting some things here. Let me show you how does it work. So let me open new tab and type localhost. And yeah, this is the application. You see the message hello world, and the pod is like this. Let me check if this is the same pod like we had here. So I'm pasting the pod. You see, yeah, this is the one. I can delete that pod. I have the alias for kubectl k, so it is faster. When I delete this pod, a new pod should be created. So let me check. Yeah, the new pod is created with 784, and let me check if I refresh the page. Yeah, you see the new pod is here, so it's really working on my cluster. And that was basic deployment on K3S. Right now, let's cache that image in the local registry. So in the registry, you see it is empty. I can execute the script cache images. This is the content of this script. This script actually is listing all the images that you have in the cluster using CTR command, because K3S is using containerd for image handling, and it stores in the images text file. And then for each image, we do the cache image function. Cache image function checks if it is starting with GHCR.io, and then is copying the image with the crane command. Crane is a tool that is copying the image from source repository. So it is registry and image to the target repository, which is in our case, registry localhost, the one we created on our machine. So let me execute that command. So you see in the images, we have all the images that are in the cluster, couple of images from Ranger, the creator of K3S, the image that I use as this hello K3S, and a couple of other images with just random hash. I modified the script to cache only GHCR images, so it is quite fast. And now you can see also in my local folder in the registry, you see repository hello K3S. So the image is stored in my local computer, and this time the image from this repository will be used next time it is deployed. So if you do kubectl delete hello K3S IAM, the deployment will be deleted, and when I do again apply, this time it will be fetched from the cache. No, actually it will be cached in the node, so it will be created quickly. But I can just delete the cluster and delete the cluster, and because running starting a K3S cluster is fast, I can do that whenever I want to start from scratch. So let me start it again, but this time we will have something in our local registry. So this folder is reused when we start again Docker registry. You see the cluster started this time in 17 seconds, and we already have this image here. So the startup of this application should be also fast, but should not fetch any images from the external network from my internet connection. Let me deploy again the application, and this time it will be took from this local registry, and it is already running, so it's immediate startup. You do not see that at all because this is local image. But yeah, you need to believe me that it is local one because it is transparent mirroring. I will prove you that yeah, it really takes images from here. We will modify that image in the cache, but we will not modify it in the GitHub container registry. What we will do. So let me go to the integration test folder in the application. I created simple tests for testing on Kubernetes. It is a Mocha Node.js test. The main test starts here. It is a test on Kubernetes. And you have 4 different tests. So first, we deploy the hello resources. So we actually take this hello k3s YAML and we do kubectl apply with Node.js Kubernetes client. And then we wait for the deployment hello k3s in default namespace for 30 seconds. This is the timeout. In the second test, we wait for the service hello k3s in the default namespace to have external IP. And then we test the local API using the local host because we expose ports of our load balancer on localhost, so it is available here. And yeah, we expect hello world message in the API, and then we clean up resources. So deleting all these resources we created at the beginning here. Let me execute that test. You need to do npm install, but I already installed that, so I do not need to do that. And then npx mocha integration test is the folder where we have the integration test. So yeah, it's lightning fast because we already had it deployed. So as you see, the tests took less than the second. If we run it again, it should be a little bit longer because we deleted the deployment. So the second run should be a little bit slower. But yeah, it is also fast. It took 2 seconds because the image is already here. So let me change the behavior of this API to hello me. I will do the test-driven development, so I will change the test first. I will run it and verify if it fails. Yes, it fails because yeah, API returns hello world, and I expect hello me in the test. So how to modify that server? Let's go to the server.js, and you see that there is default message which is hello world, and I will replace it with hello me. Yeah, when I save it and run the test, it will still fail because in my deployment I still point to this image which is published on GitHub container registry. It didn't change. I changed it in the code. So I should build new image and push it here to actually make it working. But yeah, I want to test it locally. So I will build that image and push it to this registry I host on my local machine. Let me show you docker build push command, which is just building the Docker image with tag registry localhost, and then the rest is as original image, and is using cache from the external image, but we push it here into the local registry. So it's not pushed to container registry from GitHub. It is pushed locally. Let me execute that script, docker build push. You see this is building and pushing to the local registry, and you should see that, yeah, something appeared here. So hello K3s is here, but let me check if it really works. Yeah, so now I can change to the application again and run tests again. And this time it should have the proper answer. Hello me. Let me check if I apply the hello K3s in the class. Sorry, not. I need to change the folder. Let me apply that and check it here. And you see hello world, that's the previous one. I will refresh. Hello me. So it works, even though I didn't change the original image that was hosted on GitHub container registry. So yeah, that's a quick demonstration how you can work locally, change images. You can also, yeah, revert that image. So let me delete the cluster. Let me delete the registry folder, so the cache is destroyed. Let me start the cluster again. And now let's wait another 15 seconds for the cluster to be started. And now in the registry, you see I have nothing. So when I run again the tests, actually again the image from GitHub should be taken. So let me change the folder to the app and run tests again. And it should fail this time because the image in the original repository is still the old one. It takes some time because the cache is empty. It has to download it from the internet, so it's longer. You said it took 13 seconds, and it fails. Yeah, so that is what is expected. Just wanted to show one other thing. In our server.js, we have also possibility to set the message by the environment variable. So I can show you also quickly that just modifying deployment file and setting this hello me in the environment variable for the container can also fix the problem without changing the image. Yeah, but let me just run it again. You should see that this time it should be deployed again, and it will work because I changed the variable here, but we still use the image from GitHub container registry. Yeah, what I wanted to show is that how quickly you can develop. So I created cluster a couple of times. I deployed and destroyed my application a couple of times. I changed the deployment, I changed the code, built the images, and it took me, yeah, just a few seconds each operations. Yeah, so that is the big improvement in the speed of the local development. Thank you for watching. See you.